When you find a man succeeding, everything happening in his life is a testament and a testimony of an unseen operation behind the scenes. Men are actually theaters that manifest and reflect spirits. Now, because there is a contention, an ancient war in the spirit realm between light and darkness, if you choose any path, you become an endangered species, because the other side will fight to annihilate you. If you choose to stand with light, darkness will fight to annihilate you. If you are a mediocre, no problem. But if you choose to stand with light to a point where you begin to make impact, you will discover that war and warfares that you didn't solicit for will suddenly begin to appear. Demons will start seeking your address to find out your dwelling place. And you will discover that warfare that you didn't call for will begin to happen. Except you are not making impact, you are an endangered species. And the same way, if you rise up in darkness and you begin to make so much impact, light will come for you. That's why we travel from nation to nation. The only difference between light and darkness is that darkness seeks to destroy you. Light seeks to help to make you and to bring you to your original reality. Because light is the realm of God. And only from the realm of God can man be formed to come into the place of his advantage. And so for us here who are standing in light, if you are not yet under intense warfare, it's because you have not started making sufficient impact in light. When you start making sufficient impact in light, you will become a victim. The only thing that will make you a victor are the secrets that you lay hold on. The Bible said the secrets of the Lord, they are not with everybody. They are with them that fear him, and he will show them his covenant. The reason is because without secrets, you can't excel. And like I taught you last week, there are special messengers God is raising in the last day to advance the frontiers of his kingdom. There are those who are in the economic front. It's not just preachers we are talking about. When we teach subjects like this, it is bigger than the spectrum of ministry from the altar. There are those who are in the economic front. The moment they begin to advance kingdom, the devil will come. I have a friend, a senior friend, that he has built over 20 churches in different nations of the world. Most of the music ministers that made impact and are making impact in Nigeria, he single-handedly sponsored their ministry. In fact, one of the biggest names in the music world, the first concert he organized, he flew him to the United States and paid for everything to release that sound into the atmosphere. He is an economic apostle. He advances God's kingdom radically. A point came that Hades had a meeting on his account, and they fought his name, fought his finances, and tried to cut his existence off. At a point, he was even imprisoned for what he knows nothing about. Now, when you find gullible Christians, they don't know that it's a war of thrones. What they are looking for is news. So they sit down and they are analyzing trends and news. They think it's about people. They don't know it is an intelligence from the demonic realm. Because if they corrupt your name, diffuse your influence, or shut you down, that aspect of the kingdom that you represent will be cut off. They are not necessarily interested in you, but they know that you represent a dimension of the kingdom. And so they will look for everything possible to cut you off. So when they cut you off, that witness will no longer find expression. And so the purposes of God will be truncated. There are those in the governmental front. And I was teaching you last week using the example of Esther and Nehemiah. Those who insist that policies will be written to advance the kingdom or the welfare of the people. So long as you are defending truth, you become a victim until light comes to you. Because light is what will make you a victor. And so you find those of them in government who wants to insist that righteousness prevails. All kinds of attacks will come. Sometimes it's a health challenge. Sometimes it's disfavor. You will just discover that you no longer have favor with your bosses. Sometimes they want to uproot you from where you are. They will take somebody that is under you, put him ahead of you to frustrate you so that you run away from the job. The reason is because you are wielding the scepter of government. You have authority where policies are made, and you are a threat to darkness. If you are in ministry today, you can say anything and do anything. It's not a factor. Wait until you start affecting 1 million people. You will now discover that everything you say will be probed. You can teach on a topic for 4 years, and you will have over 30 messages on that topic. They will go and pick 5 seconds to discredit you. Because now you are affecting people in 6 digits. If you don't know, you go and lie down and start crying, Lord, why me? But when you understand what is happening, you know that you have been promoted in the spirit. And so instead of bothering, you focus. Because God is enhancing your horn to bring more influence to Zion. You will discover that money will just be cut off. In fact, if you are not careful, if you preach on money, they will use that same innocent message to destroy your name. Because the devil knows that the kingdom through prosperity shall yet be spread abroad. And so the devil wants to shut the gate of finances so that the kingdom does not advance. All is because you are beginning to make impact. And so anybody in this kingdom that truly is representing light and is making impact must be helped. You may not have grown to that level where you are making that level of impact that affect or attract demonic presence. But you will need to understand this and begin to walk in it before you come there. Because if you are waiting for that time, there will be crisis. Jesus lived for 30 years. Nobody cared about him. 30 years. He was a free man walking the streets. Nobody cared. But for 3.5 years, when he decided to begin to advance the kingdom, he was crucified. The warfare that he faced in 3.5 years was superior to all the challenges he had in 30 years. Because until the devil discovers you are making impact, he doesn't have enough resources to waste on you. And so just in case you are here and you are going through warfare, don't be broken. It's a sign that you are making impact. All you need to do is to ensure that you are clothed with humility and the garment of righteousness and stay focused. Because if your skin is not tough enough to withstand challenge, then please go home and look for something that makes everybody laugh and do it. If it is a kingdom, it's a ground of war. And because the kingdom is a ground of war, we need to understand how to secure the help of God. Because without the help of God, the best of us will crash.